Hey guys, here is a quick flow to get you moving for the day, or if you've been sitting in the chair all day and haven't been able to move at all and you don't have a lot of time, this will be a good option for you. Coming onto your hands and knees, spread your hands nice and wide and see an evenness between the fingers, so you don't want to have two fingers really close together. Draw the fingertips in to the mat, so the base is always important. So the base actually will affect your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. Inhale, coming into a cow position, sitting bones back, chest forward, spine is facing down towards the floor, curving down towards the floor. Exhale, push down through your hands, push to your knees, coming into cat position, curving your back now up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming into cow position, chest forward, sitting bones back. Even try to spread those sitting bones wide and also broaden your collarbones. Exhale again, push through the floor, coming into a cat pose. Inhale, cow position. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Now in this one, you're going to slowly move up into downward dog, pushing through the legs. Bend the knees if you need to, spread the sitting bones, push through the hands, head in line with the arms. If you can straighten your legs out. Inhale, coming to a position with your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, knees down towards the floor. Inhale, cow position. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, knees down towards the floor. Inhale, cow position. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, knees down onto the floor. Inhale, cow position. Exhale, downward dog. Slowly walking your hands back towards your feet. So we're going to do kind of a reverse of sun salutations. Inhale, lift all the way up. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knees. Place the hands and slowly walk into a plank position. You can put your knees down if this is too much. Look forward, make your abs strong. Exhale, slowly come down. Elbows back, not out to the side. Keeping your toes curled, turn your inner thighs up. Uncurl the toes, tuck the tailbone, pulling yourself forward and up into cobra. If you'd like upward dog, you can choose that. Exhale, pull yourself down so you lengthen yourself down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, high push-up position. Exhale, downward dog. Slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Inhale, lift your arms up, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees. Place your hands down into the floor. Walk forward again into a plank position. Take an inhale. Set yourself up. Nice base with the hands. Abs are strong. Exhale, slowly come down. Keep the inner thighs lifting. Uncurl the toes, tuck the tailbone, pull yourself forward and up in a cobra. Try not to go straight arms to flatten out the back. Bend the elbows, nice even curve. Exhale, slowly come down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, high push-up position. Exhale, downward dog. Walking your hands back towards your feet. You can bend your knees nice and deeply. Push through the legs to inhale, rise. Exhale, bow forward. Walking up into a high push-up position. So we're going to stay here and come into a Vasisthasana. You can come to Vasisthasana with your feet together, stacked, or you can have one foot in front of the other. I'm on my left hand and I'm going to be on my left outer foot. If you need to, you can put your left knee down onto the floor. Pause and breathe, pushing down through everything that's on the floor. Really push through that hand so you're not just compressing down into the wrists. Deep inhale. Exhale, root down one more time. Inhale, bring the left leg all the way through for a lunge. So bring it to the front of the mat. Push down through both feet evenly as you lift up into a high lunge position, arms by the ears. Exhale, settle down into your legs. Inhale, bring your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, inward spiral the back leg, bending the front knee a little deeper. And just feel this pose for a moment. Putting your weight on your front leg, coming into warrior three position, and it could be right here, or warrior three prep, or you can bring your back leg up off the floor, looking down at the floor, spinning the inner thigh up so that your toes are down towards the floor. Left outer hip goes back. Find that drishti, focusing on one place. Nice deep breath through the nose. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come down onto the floor. Bring the right knee down. Inhale, coming up into a low lunge. Pause, breathe. Right arm comes up. Exhale, bringing the elbow to the outside of the leg. If that's too much, just come onto your forearm, and right hand can be on the hip. I usually shadow, so if I'm messing it all up, I'm sorry. Okay, so left arm comes to the outside of the right leg, hands into a prayer position. Draw the elbows back towards the shoulders. Pause, feel. Bring the sitting bones back. See how my tailbone wanted to tuck? Bring it back. Inhale, lengthen the rib cage out. Exhale, twist. Breathe into this wonderful twist, massaging your organs. Find your drishti, that one-pointed focus. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come down onto the floor. Step your front foot back. Inhale, high push-up position. We're going to switch the other side, so we're not even coming down. Now all your weight's onto your right hand. You can stack your feet together, or you can bring the right knee down for Vasisthasana. One foot can be in front of the other. Push down through everything that's on the floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stack those feet. Notice I'm shaking. Bring your left foot all the way through for a high lunge position. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, settle down into your legs. Keep that nice bend in the front leg, and the strong line of energy in the back leg, and lift your rib cage away from your hips. Find that drishti. Slow breath. Putting your weight into your front foot, come into warrior three position. The back leg can be on the floor if you need it to be. Otherwise, lift it up. Turn your inner thighs up, toes down towards the floor. I like to have my arms to the side. It just feels better on my neck. Right outer hip goes back. Deep breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step your right knee back for a low lunge. Pause, breathe. On your next inhale, bring your right arm up. Exhale, bring it to the outside of the left leg. Hands in a prayer position. Widen the right hip out to the side. Inhale. Lengthen the rib cage. Exhale, draw your elbows in towards your shoulders so you plug your shoulders on the back. Bring the sitting bones back, so it tends to be kind of a tuck in the tailbone. Bring it back, lengthen the rib cage, and pause and breathe, feel. Enjoy the pose. Take an inhale, exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step back into a high push-up position. Take an inhale, exhale, slowly come down. Inhale, lift your arms up this time and turn your thumbs up towards the sky, or interlace your hands behind your back. Push down through the legs, using your back muscles to lift up. Try not to crunch the back of the neck. So even though it's lifting, it's nice and long. Deep breaths. Hands beside the chest. Inhale, pull yourself forward and up into cobra. Shoulders back. Exhale, pull yourself down. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Lift your right arm up. Sorry, your left arm. I'm trying not to shadow anymore. Bring that all the way through for threading the needle. Come onto your right fingertips. Bring your right head to your shoulder up and bring your elbow in towards your shoulder. So watch my arm. I'm really drawing that in. So I'm drawing that shoulder into the socket. Push down through your left arm. Just so you know, I don't really watch my videos, like I edit it because it's hard to watch yourself. So if it's really bad and I've messed up the non-shadowing a lot, just tell me and I'll take it off and redo it. Deep breaths. Inhale, come back up. Bring your right arm up and thread the needle. So it comes underneath, come down onto that right arm, come onto your left fingertip, draw the elbow in towards the socket. So I'm really plugging that arm in. Push down through that right arm. Breathe deep. Enjoy that stretch on the outer shoulder and that little bit of a twist. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet to the center of the mat. If you can come into a squat, then go ahead and do that. If a squat doesn't feel right on your knees, then just sit down and wait for us. We're going to sit down in just a moment. Letting your tailbone root down towards the floor. In a lot of cultures, this is a resting position, but we've lost that because of chairs. Your feet can turn out, your feet can be closer together, their feet can be wider apart. There's no real rule on your resting squat. Take another inhale and exhale, sit down. Bring your legs straight out in front of you. If you feel like you're being pulled back a lot, sit up on the edge of a blanket. So you can just take a blanket, instead of sitting in the center of it, sit in the edge so it kind of brings your pelvis forward so you get a little bit more anterior tilt. Keeping your legs flexed and your feet, toes straight up towards the sky. Bend the right leg. I'm just going to have to say it very clearly. Bring your right hand back and your left arm around your leg. Root down. Bring your right hip forward and exhale, twist. The right hip's going to want to turn with you, but actually bring it towards the front of the mat. Enjoy your breath here. On the inhale, you rise up. On the exhale, you twist just a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, come to center. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, bend the other leg. Taking your right arm around, bring your left hand behind you. Notice how your leg will want to flop out to the side. Keep this right leg strong. Push down. I'm on my fingertips of my left hand to give me just a little bit more lift. I'm also kind of long torsoed and short arm type person, so it gives me a little length. Push down through everything that's on the ground. Rise up and exhale, turn. Keep your left hip moving forward. Breathing fully. On the inhale, lengthen the spine, find space in the between the vertebrae, and exhale, turn. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, bring both feet out in front of you. If you have tight hamstrings, this is pretty difficult, these forward bends, and they're actually more advanced in ways than back bends. You can put your hands behind you and root your legs down and just give yourself a tiny forward bend. If you're pretty flexible, I am not a naturally flexible person. I really have to work for it. So I get it, believe me. So you can put a strap around your legs. You can be here, here, or you can grab onto your feet, reaching from your inner groin out to your inner foot and drawing your outer foot back. Notice how the outer foot wants to reach quicker than the inner foot. It kind of reaches and the inner foot's drawing back. Even that out a little bit. Breathe wherever you're at, lengthening that torso away from the hips. Try not to force that curve in the back. So some people, they'll be kind of up here and they're really pulling themselves, and that's not great on your back or your neck. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your feet wider than the mat and roll onto your back. Bring your knees to the left. Bring your right arm by your right ear if that feels okay in your shoulder. If not, just have it to this side. See that your right knee is coming straight out from your right hip. Breathe fully here. I really want you to focus on the internal rotated leg, which is the right leg. Breathe into that. Flex your foot, stabilizing the knee. Reaching from your hip all the way through your knee, getting some length in there, and you probably feel a little bit more stretch there. Inhale, bring your knees back up, and exhale over to the other side, reaching from your left hip out through your left knee. So you want to make sure that's in line, it's not forward here. Bring your left arm by your left ear. Breathe fully. Inhale, bring your knees up. Now we'll do some external rotation, just a simple figure 4. Bring your right leg over your left. Take your right hand, come through, grab your hamstring if you can, or your shin if you can't. You can also put your foot onto a wall, or you can just hang out right here. Bring your leg slightly to the left and then widen the right hip out to the side. If you're really into flexibility and you want a little bit more, you can straighten your left leg and hold on to your leg or your foot so you get kind of a hamstring stretch and a hip opener. Deep breaths. And then release and switch to the other side. Taking your left hand, grabbing your thigh or your shin, or you just hanging out here, or you can turn, put your foot on a chair or a wall. Bring your leg slightly to the right and you'll get a little bit more stretch in that hip. Try not to let your back body come up. Bring the left hip away from the shoulder. If you want a little bit more flexibility added to it, you can get a hamstring stretch holding onto your foot or your shin. Slow breath. Releasing this. Putting your hands on top of your knees, circling the knees around, massaging the sacrum and the lower back. And then reversing directions. And slowly coming into Shavasana, or if you'd like, you can come into a meditation pose. I'm going to leave you here so that you can rest as long as you'd like. In Shavasana, traditionally your palms are up, feet splay out to the side. If you need anything underneath your knees to support your back, you can roll up a blanket or put some pillows. And just allow yourself to completely relax, taking in that short but lovely flow. Have an amazing day if you're starting your day, or a nice and peaceful evening. Namaste.